Snapshot 23w45a is here, and it brings the trial chambers, the breeze, and also the spawners. So let's jump straight into this one because it's going to be quite a big one to showcase. The first thing we're going to showcase is the breeze. I'm going to show it on the surface, and then we'll jump into a trial chamber and experience it underground, so we can actually see what it does. Now, as you can see, it looks like this, which it don't actually look that different from what they showed at Minecraft Live, which is good. And let's quickly just grab a shield and then also some armor, just so we can obviously defend ourselves. I do really like the look of the spawn egg. The spawn egg does also look really cool. So if I go in survival mode, it should start bouncing around, which that is the wind projectile it lets off, which is good. You can block the wind projectile, which is also a good. So the wind projectile does little damage if I quickly just let it hit me. As you can see, it didn't actually do any hearts because I have full netherite. If I quickly just take all my netherite off, it will do, where are you? You are bouncing around. It done, okay, it missed. It done half a heart. Okay, so it really isn't that OP. Can you actually heal it back at the breeze? That is something I want to know, like the ghast. You can. So you can punch it back like ghast fireballs, but obviously it's a lot quicker than ghast fireballs, so it's a lot harder to do. So the breeze is a mob that will fight you upon seeing you. You don't have to aggro it in any way. It is hostile by default. And it will basically bounce around, trying obviously not to be hit. It's quite easy to kill. The hardest part about it actually is when it bounces away, because as you can see, I can kill it pretty easily. Now obviously killing it in the trial chambers might be completely different. It has 30 health, as you can see right here, which that is actually a decent amount. It's not too high. I thought it would be a lot higher than that. The actual thing it lets off, that wind projectile, it can actually do certain things though. It can unlight candles that are lit if it obviously hits near them. So if I quickly just grab flint and steel and light that. It can also ring bells. So if there was a bell near, it can also ring them. It can also flap trapdoors that are not iron. And it can also open doors that are not iron. And then it can also press buttons and also flick levers. So let's quickly just show this working. If I quickly just get him to hit near here. Okay, you missed. If I get you to hit there you go. The trapdoor and the button got pressed. And the candle has been unlit and the bell did get rung. I don't actually know what he's doing right now. He's just zooming around for some weird reason. He's quite quick on the floor. I think that's an AI bug, as he shouldn't be able to do that. Maybe because he thinks I'm still aggroed somewhere, so he's trying to find me. But he is literally just zooming around so quickly. So the next thing is the trial chamber. Minecraft said that these should be somewhat common, and we can actually see one right over here. Okay, they're actually decent in size. So we want to find the starting room. They can also be exposed. They're not like strongholds where they have to be fully surrounded. So they should be pretty easy to find. And where is the starting room? I'm guessing this is it, because the long tunnel is where the Minecraft devs are walking up. And okay, these are actually pretty confusing. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to fight this little dungeon to see what it's like, and then we'll go into a bit more detail about it afterwards. So the first thing that we can actually see right here, there is a tree with some water and some chests, which the chest has a trial key. We'll cover a bit more about that in a second, and also some arrows. And then this one has more arrows and a axe. So it seems like the loot for these are just basically items that help you. And there's also another chest up there. Can I quickly grab that one as well? That one has 2 enchantment books and a horse armor. Now, one thing that I am going to quickly just mention, you can break the actual structure, as you can see. The structure is not immune to pickaxe damage. I did see a lot of people thinking it would be, and you'd have to defeat the whole trial chamber before you can break the structure. That is not the case. You can actually take any block from here that you like. So now let's cover this corridor. This corridor does have some barrels in, and barrels actually have loot. They have some tuff, an axe, a stone pickaxe. This one has some scaffolding and some torches. Do the decorated pots have anything inside of them? They do not. Okay. My actual pickaxe just got deleted there. I don't know why that got deleted. That is extremely weird. This one has 2 bamboo hanging signs. A spawner has just activated, a husk one. So let's quickly just get rid of you. And okay, this, is there 2 or maybe 1 is activated? So let's quickly just get rid of them all. They seem like they're buffed in health, these zombies, because they definitely don't have the normal husk health, because like husks die in like 2 hits. And they definitely took more than 2 hits to die. So now let's quickly head up and see what loot we got. We got some emeralds that time around. Okay, 2 of them to be exact. Not really that good, but I guess we didn't have to really do much. So the next room right here seems to have some skeletons in the center right there. Why is that they're poison skeletons? There are quite a lot of actual barrels scattered around, end pearls. They are also going to be kind of good. There are obviously the spawners, which the spawners do have a cooldown, so once they are activated, they can't be activated again. As you can see, this one right here has been activated and I've killed them all. Apart from actually that one down there. I don't know if that one's come from that spawner or if it's come from a different spawner. But this actual dungeon is really cool to explore and it is like a maze. So if we quickly just head in this direction, you can see that there are a few spawners. This spawner does actually spawn skeletons. And the skeletons actually have some arrows. So if we actually try and get one of them to spawn, why are they not spawning? Do you have to be within survival mode for them to spawn? Or is it just something... Do I have to be in survival mode? You do. Okay. They won't actually spawn in creative mode. That's interesting. But yeah, as you can see, these skeletons do actually have some poison arrows which they shoot you with. So that's what I'm guessing the mushrooms mean. So the bone blocks mean skeleton and mushrooms mean poison. There is then also a chest right here with a diamond axe, enchantment and some armor. And then there is also some dispensers scattered around with buttons and also eggs. I don't know, the eggs don't do damage, do they? Also snowballs. These I'm guessing are for the breeze. So when you're fighting in here, if the breeze was to somehow get in here, it would then obviously fight you. But the dispensers seem to be just filled with a load of random projectiles, and the buttons next to them would obviously activate them. That one's actually got a water bucket in it, which is interesting. That one's just got arrows, and that one's got snowballs, so I'm guessing this one has, okay, another water bucket. That's probably to flush everything, because this is kind of a staircase where it would flush. So all of these, this is the breeze mob, I'm pretty sure. There's nothing being rendered inside, but I'm pretty sure it's the breeze. I love them particles. They are actually really cool. And it is the breeze. The breeze is now actually rendering inside. So let's quickly just grab a sword. These actual skeletons with poison are going to be really difficult to get rid of, especially early game. So this is definitely not a trial chamber you can actually defeat early game unless you are really good at dodging. The spawners that can be broken, but they're more like a deep slate, reinforced deep slate, where they take so long to break and they drop nothing in return. So you don't want to break them, and they can actually be changed with a spawn egg, at least currently. So if I quickly just grab a spawn egg, and a trial spawner is actually there as well. So let's say we want it to spawn phantoms. You just need to click an egg on it, and as you can see, it does change the type of spawner it is. But I think that will change, because let's quickly just talk about the trial key. Now, this don't actually have a use yet. Inside of the patch notes, it don't have its functions added to the game. So they'll come in a future snapshot. Now, what I think this will do, I think this will somehow interact with these to maybe unlock them so you can change the type of mob in survival mode. Or there'll be something to do with these spawners, as I've seen some people mention that they might open a new copper door or a copper chest or a chest. I don't think that's the case. They look too much like these spawners. So I think they are definitely going to interact with the spawners in some way. We'll just have to wait and see though. Hopefully that'll be next snapshot we see that, but it could obviously be a future snapshot. But now let's quickly just have a look at how this structure is generated. So we have actually got the main room right here, and this main tunnel does actually have a bed right here, which is really cool. I love that they've added this, because it does mean that you can then actually set your spawn. And a diamond pickaxe, that's actually really cool. So the room I was actually trying to showcase is this one over here, I think. No, this one is not it. Where is it gone? It was definitely, yes, this one over here. As you can see, it's spawned with powdered snow in the floor. Now, it's only 1 deep for the most part. I think sometimes it does go to 2 deep. But this is going to be really hard to fight. And I guess you have to use the things around you and try not to drop down here. But there are actual spawners up here which spawn skeletons. So that's going to be even harder, because obviously they'll be bowing you off and making you fall. So I want to see like how rare they actually are. So if I fly, let's fly what direction? We're going to fly north. So let's fly north and see how long it takes us to actually find another one. We're currently at minus 447. Okay, and we found another one. We are currently at minus 747. So they don't seem to be that rare. I think this one is like 400 blocks away. So on average, it's probably about 5 to maybe 800 blocks on average. But once again, that's just a little test. That we haven't done a big massive radius in testing. Now this room right here is interesting. This has, what is this? This is the breeze, I think, because of the chiseled tuff. This is cobblestone, which spawns, what is that? Let's quickly just see. Is that going to be zombies? That is zombies. Okay. There is also then strays up here, which are signaled by ice. There are once again dispensers around. There's this tree again. Is this tree in every single one of them? I don't actually know. Maybe this tree is the starting point of the structure. But as you can see, that bed is also down there with a chest. You can see that it is, once again, pretty much the same. Although this one does go very low down. It goes all the way down to bedrock, which I don't think is intentional. You can see there are 4 spawners in a row right here, which are strays. So I now currently have 7-zip open because we're going to look at some of the loot tables for the actual trial chambers. So first of all, let's do chests and trial chambers. So there are actually some different types. So you've got corridor, which can spawn with iron axe, honeycomb. Also, this right here seems to be stone axe. So it seems like it's just a random tool or armor. Ender pearl is also kind of good. Bamboo hanging sign, bamboo planks, scaffolding, and then also some tuff. So that is the corridor one. You have the entrance, which can spawn with some sticks, wooden axe, honeycomb, or arrow. So that is a smaller chest. You then have the intersection, which can spawn with emerald blocks, diamond axes, diamond pickaxes, diamonds, cake, then also amethyst. So this is the one that we found with all the amethyst. You then also have iron block. So that is a really stacked one if you get it with the good loot. This is intersection barrel, which can spawn with diamond axes, diamond pickaxes, diamonds, compass. Also a bucket, and that is an empty bucket, not a water or lava bucket. You then also have a golden axe, golden pickaxe, and bamboo planks, and baked potato. That is the intersection barrel. Reward, I'm guessing, is good. So you have emeralds, you have a shield, you have iron boots, you also have iron chest piece, you also have iron leggings, iron helmet, iron axe, iron pickaxe, iron shovel, saddle, golden horse armor, diamond axe, crossbow. So it seems like this is just a load of armor, diamond chest piece, and then horse armor and enchanted golden apple. And you can also get a book, which is randomly enchanted with sharpness, bane of arthropods, efficiency, fortune, silk touch, or feather falling. And it will have one of these or possibly more, I'm not too sure. And then also you can get diamonds. You can also get another book, which has riptide, loyalty, channeling, impaling, or mending. So that chest, the reward chest, could be kind of stacked. And then the supply chest, which includes some arrows, some tipped arrows of slowness and poison, some baked potatoes, glowberries, acacia planks, moss blocks, bone meal, tuff, torch, potion of regen, potion of strength, and then also stone pickaxes and milk bucket. So that is all the stuff you can get from the chests. Now let's quickly cover the dispensers, which I'm guessing these are just water buckets, arrow, snowball, egg, fire charge, slowness potion, poison splash potion, weakness splash, and lingering of slowness, and also lingering of poison, and also lingering of weakness. You can also get a healing lingering potion from one of them, which is interesting. I'm guessing that is probably rare though. Inside of the corridor, it can only be arrows, so normal default arrows, and water is just a water bucket. I don't know what water means. That's probably specified for ones they want to always have water in. The actual decorated pots can hold items. They can hold emerald, lapis, amethyst shard, arrows, iron ingots, copper ingots, trial key. So you can actually get the trial key from decorated pots. Gold ingot, diamonds, emerald blocks, and diamond blocks. And there is only the one loot table for the pots. So the next thing we haven't covered is blocks, but that's just every single block in the game, so we don't need to really cover that. The next thing is spawners. So I'm guessing this is when you complete a spawner, and that's interesting. So consumables, you get emerald between 1 and 6, you get golden carrot between 1 and 3, you get baked potato between 1 and 3, glowberries between 2 and 10. There is a chance you will get 1 if you do get the ender pearl. There's no between. Regeneration potion is once again just 1. And strength potion is once again just 1. So the loot for actually completing the spawners does seem to be a little bit low at the moment. Maybe that will be increased in the future. There is also this key one, which will only give you a trial chamber key. So I'm guessing that is rolled maybe rarer than the loot one. But anyway, I think that is where we're going to end this video. These actual trial chambers are so good and they have so much potential. Once again, I am going to be starting a survival series at some point in the coming days, so we can mess with all this in survival mode, as obviously in creative mode you can only show so much. The actual experience is when you obviously jump in survival mode. But anyway, that is where I'm going to end this video. Subscribe so you don't miss when I do start that series. It'll probably be in the next 2 or 3 days, depending on how much time I have. And I'll see you guys in the next one. If you did enjoy this video, do leave a like and subscribe. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Bye.